Other than that, let me see here.
All of the weapons you buy there are gonna be P weapons.
Okay. Heading out from the left of here, you'll notice another building run by a relatively uh relatively friendly human. Goes by the name Vincent Trench. Owner and proprietor of the Tiger's Eye, a detective agency. Here, interestingly enough, it's a PI business. Seems fairly unremarkable. I've used his services from here and there, but he is rather expensive comparatively. And lastly, and personally my favorite, the bookstore that's also here, a little further down the way, the Bookworm's Treasure. It's very hard to miss. It's you'll notice the sign with a gold dragon curled around a treasure hoard of books and scrolls and things. Run by a gold dragon. Rishal the Page Turner lives on the third floor of the building. He's a very nice guy. He's a member of the Watchful Order of Magus and Protectors. All books of all sorts and a couple of spell books and things for the more wizardy types. Very, very interesting to speak with him and read some of the stuff he has in the library there.
How do you spell Rishal?
Sorry?
Rishal.
Rishaal.
Okay.
He's a gold dragonborn.
Perfect.
Tarin hates him.
Okay then.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. Who knows?
Well, you have been incredibly helpful. This, I feel like I know the neighborhood already. I thank you for your time.
Of course, anytime.
One question of the non-magical remedies. I'm looking for a laxative and an aphrodisiac.
The laxative I can definitely help you with. The
I have
aphrodisiac,
many questions.
I have questions. I must admit.
I think it's
Mostly to
self-explanatory.
judge our intentions.
Boy
but
knows how to party.
Well, not to be used together, just, you know.
I'm
they
the
come
same
in
person
handy.
anyway.
A
Make-
laxaphrodisiac.
Give me one second here.
Aphrodisiac.
Oh
Oh,
no.
goodness.
I don't think this world has aphrodisiacs.
I mean, yes,
Probably does.
every world has aphrodisiacs.
As the GM here, are you telling the truth? Like you're not planning on using this for nefarious purposes, or what's your? intent?
I want this
Whisper to me
for
if you don't mind.
on my person. He always comes prepared.
Yeah,
Okay.
you never know.
Paula just kind of
Constipation.
looks you over for a minute. All right, you seem to have intentions that don't seem to be too ill, I suppose. All right.
Yeah.
What is she? Was she an empath?
I'll tell you what.
Does she just, like
for
read the base?
laxative, let's go with I don't actually have prices for these off the top of my head. Laxatives, let's say 1 silver, and the aphrodisiac is probably going to be a little more expensive. Let's say 5 silver.
5 silver.
Sounds excellent. I'll take them both.
All right.
5 silver.
I'll
That
take
seems
'em.
pretty cheap.
Yeah, it is. I would say. That big-
Usually, aphrodisiacs are always like rare parts of an animal that are hard to get, like a penis.
Well, keep in mind this is. Wow, way to go then already.
I was-
All right, no, keep in mind that she grows,
straight for it.
as far as you can tell, by the fact that there's a gigantic greenhouse above the 3rd floor here. It's safe to assume that she grows everything here. So she doesn't need to go far, and
she's growing an
ingredients are-
aphrodisiac.
I was gonna say that.
Well,
also,
she's
like,
growing
in reality.
herbs,
A lot
which
of those
probably are used
aphrodisiacs.
for aphrodisiacs.
Yeah,
But for the most part, you got to keep in mind, most people in here, in this city, probably are not going to be able to afford this on a regular basis. Like this is something that you'd have to specifically go out and buy.
Yeah.
So
That's
A
what I mean.
silver
That's why
is
I'm
still-
surprised. Sorry, what were you saying?
a silver is still 10 copper. Generally speaking, you're probably making at most maybe a silver a day, depending on where you're living in the city.
Yeah.
Wait.
so, yeah.
Wait, what? Is that the wages here?
It really depends on what you're trying to do.
You all need to
Honestly.
unionize.
Also, we paid like 2
God.
silver for a nice No, that can't
I mean,
be
I
it
don't-
because we paid like a
I don't
silver for breakfast.
I don't even have 30 gold yet.
That means
and
we lost
somebody
3 silver.
Died. I don't even have 30 gold yet, and somebody died on that mission. Like that's the stakes
Yeah,
we got.
like there are actual living
Gold.
standards listed in the players. I believe it's either the DMG or the player's handbook. I need to double check that. But
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Also, in the real world, a lot of those aphrodisiacs are like bullshit,
Yeah.
like
I was gonna say.
like hypothetical nonsense about like parts of animals that get hunted down for no reason. But like in this universe in particular, it's way more likely just to actually work.
I thought you could just
'Cause
cast
it's
What?
friends on
'cause-
them or
'cause
something.
In this reality, we have magic potions and
yeah.
stuff.
That doesn't. Okay. That doesn't necessarily mean that there's
called
a.
it's called the friends spell, Colonel RPG,
Or
not
so, yeah.
like,
There we go.
very good friends spell.
Okay, so here's the thing.
yeah.
Squalid.
Friends with benefits.
So the lifestyle expenses for just so you guys are aware,
hmm
it goes from wretched to aristocratic, right? Wretched doesn't have any kind of upkeep.
Wretched.
However, you don't really have a place to call home. You're basically a beggar on the
Mhm.
streets.
At least you got a home.
Squalid is at most like a mud floored hut kind of deal, and
Oh,
that's one
God.
silver. That's 1 silver a day for upkeep.
Excuse me? You're telling me
Or-
people don't really have a silver to spend in this town, and a mud hut is 1 silver to live in?
This stuff is expensive, and
You
this
mean
is including
even the
this is
poorest
including, that's
person?
including like that's
Or, I'm
including
sorry.
the barest of food, like just barely enough to live, if that. Poor is
What?
2 silver a day. Modest is 1 gold a day.
Oh.
Comfortable is 2 gold a day. Wealthy is 4 gold a day, and aristocratic is 10 gold minimum. It goes
Jeez.
higher than that.
Man, that's.
So like it is expensive.
Oh my god.
If
So
housing was
some
easy to
people are
come by, we
literally
wouldn't
just
be
barely
moving into
getting
the
by on
ghost
that.
murder box.
So
I
you
don't-
say a silver is cheap. You guys are adventurers. You guys are the kind of people who risk their lives and get paid for it. You guys are probably along the lines of like a modest lifestyle at minimum, for the most
Mhm.
part.
Yeah.
I mean, I have wealthy family. This is all weird to me. I don't know how you peasants live.
Yeah, maybe you check your privilege.
Yeah. And
I
so
I am literally checking it right now by
Privilege.
asking how that seems so expensive.
So the inn stay is actually about where you guys should be paying. It's about 5 silver a person per day. And the meals are about 3 silver a day.
What a gouge.
Damn.
Yeah. That's so you guys are paying about what you normally would.
That guy's making money.
That place ruins people.
That place has a hole in the floor and it makes that kind of money. Damn. That's pretty good.
Out of the floor and they still charge prices.
Yeah.
Right? What the hell? Wait a second. Is part of that like an insurance fee? Like that I get promised protection all night long? What the hell is this?
By this town's standards, that's a good inn.
Yeah, wait.
Welcome to D&D. It sucks here.
That inn is better than some people's like actual live homes.
Oh yeah.
And that place has a pit with monsters coming out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if people's houses also have that. I mean, they do. We came into somebody's house from the sewers. Who?
Yeah, you
Like-
did.
Right?
And that was a modest
Wait
home.
a second.
because
Hold on.
they're-
Wait.
And there was like a murder cult down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
That is a
I didn't even
that was a
know.
How
modest
did
home.
they
They're-
not
they're
hear
brewers.
that?
They didn't hear.
There was a giant stone thing against the wall. They had to roll aside, like the
Yeah.
entrance to a Zelda dungeon.
Like it was well blocked.
Yeah. It's not like the yawn. Like it's literally the
But like-
yawning portal.
But like once again, like what are these?
And again, keep in
real-
mind
what are these
that-
real estate standards. You should
Yeah.
definitely have to report that when you sell your house. That by the way, there's a fucking hell portal in the basement. No biggie.
This is a really nice place. I hear it's going for a 1 silver. So I was wondering though, is it because of the hole in the wall? Because if so, that's not a big deal. But where does it go to? Nowhere. Literally nowhere. Nothing's
Well,
down
this
that hole.
was-
Don't
it
even
was
check.
not- when you guys actually looked back at the hole, it was very clear that it was intentionally hidden and it was not made obvious.
As somebody who has lived in old houses with
Wait,
holes,
what if the guy who lived there was part of the cult?
You don't know.
as somebody who has lived
We really should have checked.
like I've lived in old houses with holes like that are just there, and you wouldn't think twice. It's just a hole that you have in your house, and it doesn't go anywhere. It's just there.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah. Like growing up,
yeah, Andrew, your house doesn't just have a hole.
yeah.
Wait, I mean,
You don't have,
yes,
weird
but
holes?
that was of my own creation,
Growing
not
up-
like
Growing up,
I
I
didn't
lived in a
buy
house
it that way.
I lived in a house that I didn't until the age of like 15. I didn't know every nook and cranny of the house. There were places that I
Sorry to interrupt everybody.
Yeah.
Ivor, what are you doing?
Oh, nothing. I accidentally clicked that.
Oh, okay.
You fool.
I don't know. I'm just saying that it's totally plausible for people to live in a house. And
So
there's
the
a
standard of living here is interesting.
It's expensive.
hole. Yeah.
So am I
And,
wrong,
yeah.
or did Torin ask about the neighborhood, but not at all about the house?
He did.
He did ask about the house, and I
He did
gave
ask
him
about the house?
a brief idea. Yeah.
Did we get ghost stories out of it?
He did get rumors of people seeing things moving around. You know, it's really hard to say exactly what they would have seen, but generally speaking, this person sees it as hearsay. Also,
I'll
I'm
go
not
see
sure if
the
I
doctor.
introduced them or not. They go by Fala Lefalier.
What?
Fala Lefalier. I
Who does?
completely forgot to
What?
introduce them.
Very
The wood
Oh.
up in front of you.
Oh,
The one who
the
owns
elf
this
man.
this shop.
Got it.
How do you spell that?
Fa la la fa la 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 la.
Could you spell
so-
that?
Yeah, it's Fala for their first name. Lefalier, Lefaliir.
Okay, here we go.
Hmm.
So who goes first into Mulder House?
I'm go first, because I'm
Oh.
already in there. Except Effie needs to let me.
You're already over there.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Okay,
I have
um,
been using my crowbar to unnail the.
Okay. Make a strength check while everybody is doing their own thing here.
Mm-hmm. I'm using a crowbar though.
Okay. So you begin. It doesn't take you very long, but you
Mhm.
manage to unbar what you assume is the front door.
Mm-hmm. And I want to track for any living creatures, specifically any rats, any like animals that are dangerous in here first and foremost.
Make a perception check.
Okay. I don't think I have an advantage on tracking. I do have a. I do get to learn exact quantity sizes and how long they've been here, but that's the only thing. Because I have
Okay.
Natural Explorer.
So poking your head in. Let me see here. I don't know if you'd be able to see everything that's going on in there. Probably not.
Don't forget that I have infravision.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, not
You can-
infravision. Dark vision. Sorry.
Dark vision. I know what you meant. Yeah, it's fine. I know what you meant. It is definitely dark inside.
Mhm.
Infravision, Mr. 2, second edition. My God. So, you're basically greeted with what looks like a very ratty and very dirty hallway. You can clearly see like rat droppings along the place, and there's an occasional rat scurrying around.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it doesn't seem like there's anything that's
Can I?
specifically taking notice to you.
Can I say? Can I talk to the rats? If I like, I have talked to animals. Can I cast it and speak to a rat that's going around? I don't know, because if they're moving about and they're afraid of me, I probably need something else.
So wait, what are you trying to do? Sorry.
I'm trying to talk to the rats.
He's trying to Dr.
Okay,
Doolittle
are
his way into
Are
this
you
house.
casting a spell that allows you to do that? or
Yeah, I
you
have
just...
speak with animals.
Okay, so if you're casting Speak with Animals,
Mm-hmm.
so that is going to be one spell slot.
Yeah.
And you can hear the squeaking becomes more like person, 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 and it's kind of running back and forth and just it doesn't really seem to be doing anything.
That's adorable.
I'm trying to, like, I can't find the rats, can I?
Well, there you can see one running around.
Okay,
It's-
so
it's
I'm
right in front of
gonna.
you.
I can talk to them, right?
They can understand you.
Hey, little guy.
So what do you?
I-
Hello.
Have you been here? Have you been living here long?
Whole life.
Do you know any secret
Can it-
passages?
No.
Well, we're gonna be friends, you and I, aren't we?
The rat kind of cocks its head. Doesn't really seem to understand.
Can they smell the blood of past rats on him?
No, because I burned them. That's that. I do have a pet
Oh my
friend.
god, Jesus.
I'm gonna give a bit of cheese that I have
Oh god, that's worse.
in my rations.
Okay, all you hear is food, and it just runs up to you and takes the cheese and starts munching on it.
Friends? I'm gonna say.
The rat kind of looks at you quizzically again, and it's munching on. It's not really paying attention to you right now. It's just munching on the
Mhm.
cheese.
I'm gonna. Can I pet it? Can I pet it?
Yeah. Make an animal handling check. It can't understand you, so I'll give you advantage because
Okay.
you did give it cheese.
I mean, it makes sense. Let me
Yep.
make it public.
You gave it a bribe essentially.
Yeah.
We found the rat house just in time for Lunar New Year.
Okay. It does flinch a little bit, but
Mhm.
it seems to warm up to you as you pat it.
Okay. I'm gonna say. Come back tomorrow. I'll have more for you.
Food.
Yeah, and I'm
It's
just
just kind of staring at you expectantly at this point.
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna explore more. I don't know how you want to handle the exploration.
Okay. I'll swap back to everybody else here.
Mhm.
Roll for
So-
disease check.
Follow will make mention. I think your friend just went inside. You may want to. Yeah.
Well, that's fine. He's bait.
Oh.
How dare you?
All right. Well. Very well then. Is there anything else I can do for you, or is that all you guys, you gentlemen, needed from me?
Oh, I'm quite satisfied with my purchase. I'm gonna go help my friend there.
Right. Well, feel free to come again. My doors are open at reasonable times, of course, but since we are neighbors, if there is an emergency, I'm sure we can figure something out.
Thank you for the kind welcome.
Of course.
Yes.
Anytime. Oh, of note, there is someone else who does occasionally come and go. If you do see them, feel free to say hello.
Comes and
What?
goes.
Yes, usually
What-
there's someone
did
who
that
occasionally
mean?
stays with me here and there. Again, if I'm not here, they may be here. Perhaps they can assist you while I'm not. I'm sure you'll meet him eventually.
It's
Very good.
Volo.
I can't believe it. I hope it's not.
It's not. It's on her page.
I suppose.
Of note, by the way, have either of you? I don't think any of you have addressed Fala as him or her at this point. Have you?
No.
Okay. I will make note. And this is in the sheet. Much as I just like, okay, fine. If any of you do at some point, I'm just going to assume that you guys had at some point, even if you haven't, to make things easier. They do request that you address them by name or as they.
Okay.
Like the elven god, the explanation is like the elven god Corellan the Rathian. They see themselves as either neither male or female. It's just in the GM notes. I'm throwing this out here because that's what it says.
Those
Okay.
rights.
So there you go.
Okay.
Regardless, from
I
that
don't know.
awkward
I mean,
segue.
okay.
To the house.
So I've gone to the
Counting.
house ahead of
Okay.
everybody.
All right. So
The
I'm gonna go
house.
ahead and now, for the purposes of this, I'll say that everybody ran up and caught up with Paradin to make things easier on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
At which point the mouse is spooked and runs. However,
We don't want to
Guys.
wait for first scream.
For first scream?
What?
so let's see here. So starting on the first floor,
All
let's see
black.
here, is going to be Paradin,
First floor here being the ground floor,
Fury. Yes.
American style. I
Ivar,
would already be in there, right?
and Thunder. Jet, excuse you.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Right. Because this is technically the porch area.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of where I'm essentially saying that you're meeting the.
Oh, okay. I came back outside.
Okay, so. Let's see here. That's Paradin's sheet. I can close that now. Triple Chapter 2, Troll Skull Manor. Here we go. Right. So, 4 stories tall, and boasting balconies, a turret, and 5 chimneys. The abandoned building is one of the grandest in Trollskull Alley. That is what you, as I gave you guys before, you guys did indeed see the image that I showed you. As you enter the first room here, so you guys can move in, this appears to what looks to be a tavern, interestingly, or what used to be a tavern anyway. It is currently filled with broken furniture, tarnished silverware, casks of wine that have probably turned to vinegar at this point, and a lot of detritus. Yeah,
Yes.
goodness.
Right.
Detritus. Excuse me. English. It's hard. As far as you can tell, the rest of the rooms seem to be empty, except for cobwebs, dust, and a lot of harmless rats.
I'm gonna
Let's see
tell
here.
Ivor. I don't think the house is dangerous. Just a bunch of rats going around. No sign of ghostly apparitions or anything like that.
I'm actually disappointed.
I can't say I feel different. What are the others? Oh, Thunder's here.
Okay. So sorry. Cast light in your shield.
Did-
Okay, perfect.
Did Thunder find a corner
let
to
me-
just be in?
Just find a corner.
Give me 1 second here. I forgot to enable
Just
advanced
gonna stay
fog
there.
more. I am turning
This
off
is
global
the-
illumination,
this is
so
the
people,
entrance.
you are going to be blind here for a second.
Okay.
Yep. Torin, did I not drop you in here? I did not
I'm
drop
not
you in.
blind.
did
I don't see anything, so I assume that I'm just
Yeah, I
standing
did not
in
drop
the
you in
dark.
here. Hold on a minute. Torin.
That is a
there you
reasonable
go.
response to a cast light when you see a black square.
Awesome.
Let me also
But
try
actually,
and
you didn't
access your
exist.
character sheet, even though I can't.
So that brief fear you have when you're in pitch blackness and you wonder, am I real anymore? You weren't.
You weren't.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I gotta refresh my page here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't access things that I'm supposed to be able to access because Roll20 hates me, evidently.
Is it really that buggy?
It can be, yes.
Huh.
It absolutely can be. Come on.
In
Okay.
the
Definitely
meantime-
using more of its features than I've seen before.
Alright, and everybody's on Troll Skull Manor.
I think in my past experiences of Roll20, we haven't asked that much of it.
Yeah, well, this
It's-
is a
it-
full campaign with a whole bunch of stuff in it,
Yeah.
so. Let's see here. Chapter 2. Intro to Chapter 2, Troll Skull Manor.
I'm gonna shout to the team, "Hey folks, I found something here. It's a hatch, or what are they called? Out of character, these things.
Trapdoor?
It's a trapdoor. Do you think that's where the ghosts come from?"
Okay, let me see here.
It is ghost door. So what are you trying to figure out?
Okay. Why is there? Oh, geez, I have to pull up the monster manual. Okay, one moment.
That's
Uh-oh.
yeah. Everybody roll initiative.
the
Trapdoor
end.
is a mimic.
It's a mimic. The entire house is a mimic. We're already in its stomach.
Oh God.
The rat
What?
was an enemy. All along.
Yeah, this is anatomy or control. We're already inside of a living organism.
What are we
Vor.
rolling?
House Vor.
Yeah.
Okay, what page is
Just
it on?
gets up and walks away like Baba Yaga's house.
That'd be fun.
Giant chicken legs.
Man, why can't stuff be where it's supposed to be? You know,
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to find something in a book, and it's not where it's supposed to be. One moment,
Feliz Navidad.
Da-da-da.
because I'm going to need it. if
If I do the bad,
you guys end
bad
up
choices.
dealing with this thing.
Something we're not supposed to know yet.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Probably like Cho Shaggorath or something. Which is definitely a real creature, not a random series of sounds I made.
Show Shagara? Sounds like a final boss from Final Fantasy or something.
279. There we go.
No, don't drop random. No, don't drop it. Fuck.
Dropping random frames.
No, it's gone. Where'd it go?
Oh, here we go.
It sounded like he dropped the mic, is what he dropped. Because of the boom.
Right. At this point,
Oh no.
I need.
Of course.
Let's see here.
Everybody to roll
There it is.
initiative. All of that.
I need. Let's see here. Who came in first? That would be Paradin, right? You've been kind of
Uh-oh.
scatting around. Paradin,
Mm,
I need you to make a strength check for me.
okay. I'm very good at that. That wasn't very good, but
Okay, and let me pull up the character sheet.
oh, look at the pretty
So,
houses.
this is versus a what?
0.
Charisma. Okay.
Bad check.
Okay. Suddenly, one of the broken stools that you guys that you walked by
Mm-hmm.
lifts into the air and is thrown towards Paradin. Unfortunately, you are unable to get out of the way in time, and you are within range of it.
I'm gonna take damage, ain't I?
You take
5 damage.
Knocked prone, knocked prone, knocked prone.
I'm already so low to the ground. Oh, I'm good today.
1a6. Whoops.
What is? Wait.
There we
What
go.
is?
You
my
take
God.
4 points of damage as the table, or the chair rather, the stool, is thrown at you, and it slams into you
Oh!
from some unseen force.
I'm gonna grab the hatch and I'm gonna go in there.
Okay, so you go in
In to the hatch.
down the hatch.
That's
Let
an
me double
interesting
check to make
choice.
sure it's not locked.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
It's nothing
I
to
don't
worry
believe
about.
It is.
Nothing but hearsay.
You know, it'd be nice if I had more information than just this. It does not say that it is locked, so you managed to get your way down.
Okay, I'm safe from the stools.
Are any of you guys doing anything? Because you just saw a table or a stool rather fly across the room and slam into Paradin. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna tend to my wounds.
Ha! What was that?
Well, that's not a
I
great
told-
first impression.
I told you he's bait.
I can't hear this, can I?
Is it just me or is this house haunted?
I'm gonna use a charge of divine
Alright.
sense.
Yes, finally. Okay, so
All right. Yep.
let me
I don't have any of these tools. I can't use this.
Goddamn sure.
give me 1 second here. Let me check the wording on divine sense. Oops. Torin. Thank you. Sense of strong presence. Within 60 feet of you.
Oh, that's an
Because
interesting
it's
spell.
But it is not the identity. The same radius you can also detect the.
Does he detect anyone in the party?
So you detect 2 signatures. Interestingly enough, one signature seems to be radiating from here, and the other, interestingly enough, is on Theory's person,
What?
What?
and they are both undead signatures.
I'm not privy to
The
any of
rumors
this.
may not be false. There's definitely something undead here. And I point out the spots that I am sensing them from. Theory, there
as
seems to be
soon-
one on you.
As soon as you point out that location, I need you to make a strength check on for me here.
Just straight strength check.
Yes. Straight strength check.
I'm not rolling well on these.
Oh.
Okay. Yet another stool.
Just so we're
Watch
clear,
towards you.
posting spoilers in chat will result in a ban.
Makes sense.
You take 8 points of damage as the chair is flung a lot further than the last one, and it hits much harder, it seems. So you take 8 points of
Oh my
bludgeoning damage as the stool
God.
slams into you.
I was the smartest of them all. Look at that, 2d6.
At which point, you also see something being written down on the floor. Right about here or so. You see the words. Let me just pull this up here. You see the words "last call" being written on the floor in common.
Come down here, everybody. There are no stools down here. I'm gonna shout.
What are you doing?
Wow, I can't wait.
Do
And
we
you-
want to go back
I'm-
outside or down the trapdoor?
I'm gonna
There are
leap
many other
over the
options.
bar and try to slide down through that trapdoor.
By the way, sorry, I just want to real quick double check. You did point out the signature that was coming from Theory?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to double check that. Sorry. All right. So what are you guys doing?
Well, Ivor was doing.
Yeah, I'm leaping over the bar and trying to slide down that trapdoor.
Okay. The door is currently open because he didn't close it behind him.
Yeah.
So it's easy enough to slide down into what looks like a cellar.
What in tarnation is going on up there?
The hell?
What are the rest of you doing?
Following him, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I will also slide.
Okay. Go ahead and make a let's do an acrobatics check if you're trying to slide here for this one.
You say words.
Okay.
Oh, 6 acrobatics is amazing.
As you slide across, there is another chair that is lifted and thrown, this time over your head, not at you. And it slams against the wall, and you see once again writing on, this time on the wall, in the dust, closing time. So
Is this
theory,
closing time?
yes, closing time.
You don't have to go home, but you
There we go. I'm assuming you guys are all heading down there, so
stay here.
there we go.
I can take out a torch.
That's
If
probably a good idea.
I
If-
currently have light running.
Oh yeah, okay. So if Ivar were to ask, I would.
Yeah, because Ivar is usually blind without a light.
Yeah,
So
I
once you
can't
headed down there,
see
you were
anything.
completely in the dark.
What is going on up there? Can I get in here? Get the stool to the face? You guys are all right?
Marty,
Yes.
Torin, go ahead and make a religion check for me.
I'm so good at this.
Okay.
Wait, a 1?
You don't know very much about them, but you do know that there are some spirits that have the capability to interact with physical objects and usually tend to cause mischief.
Like a
Whether
poltergeist.
whether it's malicious or not, it's hard to say. It is similar to, as far as you know, a poltergeist. Yeah, out of character, yes, it is a poltergeist.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there is definitely something undead in that room. I've heard of creatures that can, of undead spirits that might be able to interact with the physical realm, but I'm not sure what it is.
As you're talking, you can hear a couple of more tables and chairs and things being thrown around on occasion.
I have a favorite enemy undead. Can I make a intelligence check to try and figure out what it would be?
Go ahead and make a religion check for me.
It's with advantage though.
Yes, since it is your favorite enemy.
Undead. I hate undead.
Okay. You know very much that it is indeed a poltergeist. It's difficult to discern whether or not this thing is, or why this thing is so angry, but you can definitely tell that this thing seems to be tied to this tavern for one reason or another. But this thing seems angry, and it does not seem to like you being here.
That seems like a personal problem.
Torin, you're right though. What you say makes a lot of sense. I think this is a poltergeist. It's tied to this tavern and angry. We need to figure out what makes it tied to the tavern. Last call. Oh, we didn't say anything. I'm trying. I'm thinking off character here. Can by the way, Effie, did you put a torch down here or?
Oh, did you actually light up a torch?
No, because I think Torin has shield light on his shield.
He does. Yes, I need to go ahead and add that. One moment.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I forgot to do that.
So as I was saying, we need to figure out why
Torin.
the poltergeist is tied to this tavern. I think.
How long has it been here? You'd think it'd be out of chairs to throw by now.
I think it's out of people to throw chairs at.
Might also just be building the chairs back up. I mean, he's got all that free time.
I've never,
Oh, we have Ghost Carpenter.
I've never known undead to be good with their hands like that.
Very
Terrible
talented.
creatures.
Aren't
Is there
there just
anything
people
here
that
in
are
the cellar?
just what?
Undead.
Is
Undead.
there
Undead?
anything here in the cellar?
Yeah, we're gonna need to make checks down here. I was gonna you guys haven't told me about the writing though, did you?
I don't know. Have you mentioned it to him?
No, we haven't said it out
Yeah,
loud
so-
specifically. It was definitely capable of throwing chairs and writing on the walls and floor in the dust, presumably, or was it writing with
Blood.
ink?
Blood.
Blood?
What did he
Baby
write?
powder?
What did he write?
It wrote last call for some reason.
Last call, as if like in a tavern?
I think it's trying to spook us like it's our last call.
Oh no, we're just rude. They're closed.
They were
We're
closed.
It's our building. Are we closed?
It's out.
I'm pretty sure it meant that, like, last call. If it's a bar, that's what you say when you're closing up the bar.
Yeah, close out your tab.
Do you think the
This
innkeeper
is when I disappear.
Do you think the innkeeper got killed?
I'm assuming it must be. Well, it might be the barkeep that got killed. That's why he's throwing chairs at unruly patrons.
I'll tell him the unruly patrons. What did the note of what the paper you guys got to get this house for use? What did it say? Did it say anything about the previous owner?
There would have been a documentation about the previous owner, yes. From what you would recall, it seems the previous owner of this place was a half-elf by the name of Lif. He did maintain the tavern that was here, and from what notes were there, he had it for quite a long time before he passed on.
So what,
At which point Volo bought the property.
does anybody say this? because I didn't see the papers.
Yeah, repeat all of that to you.
Maybe it's the ghost of this Lif half-elf that's going around. How many ghosts did you find? Did you feel anything? I'm gonna look at Thorin.
I sensed 2 presences, and one of them was centered on Theory.
Theory. Is Theory a ghost? I'm gonna.
So, of note, by the way, because it does say you know the specific location, it wasn't Theory himself. It was something in his backpack.
Oh.
You brought the ghost down.
pirate.
You brought the ghost down here. Did you tell me that it's in his backpack?
Yeah.
What do you have in your
Mine?
backpack, Theory?
Hold on a second. What the hell do I have in my backpack that do this?
Is your pirate costume haunted?
That would make sense, wouldn't it?
It's my pirate costume. What? It's
You
a
are going
pirate
around with
costume. Why
haunted
didn't I go and
pants?
steal it off a skeleton or something, fellas? What the hell do you take me for?
A coward, apparently.
I'm gonna help.
Oh no! Is that
Yeah.
really it?
There you go. I just had to
All right,
remind you of something that we discussed
well,
a while back.
Is it?
I
is it the
pulled through. I pulled through
paper
my
plane?
bag,
And it's the
and,
paper, bird, isn't it?
and I
Feel free to describe what they see as you pull it out.
pull out a very long,
Okay.
fleshy-looking
Okay.
thing.
Yeah. Right.
With,
What?
and I kind of think of it like a okay. So I pull out a device that has a shrunken head at the bottom, with its lips sewn shut and its eyes sewn shut.
It's like a fetish.
Sticking out of its forehead is a very long protrusion, to which at the very top is hair tied into a ponytail.
Would
Uh,
can I make an
Holy
Arcana
cooly.
check or something to know
you
what
can
this is?
you can see that inside its mouth it is semi-bleeding, and that it is it has dried blood around its eyes and lips.
Is it supposed
So-
to have blood?
Paradin and Marty, or Paradin and Torin, go ahead and make religion checks for me.
Sorry, I.
Actually, sorry, make Arcana checks. Sorry, not
Okay.
religion.
Sorry,
Excuse
guys.
me.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice.
Okay, so both of you, it's odd. It's not an undead in the traditional sense. Whoever put this together, you're not sure if it was Theory or if it was someone else, but this thing has been repurposed to make music when it's
Oh,
squeezed along the shaft that's tied.
this is a top-
No. It's your automaton.
I'm so happy. You have no
Oh my
idea how happy I was
God.
when you finally
It's your-
used Divine Sense.
It's
I'm
your
so happy.
It's your in-universe automaton.
Oh,
no.
I forgot it. I forgot it was
God.
undead.
Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, you have no idea how happy I am.
You have a mute. No.
There it is.
You have an undead
Oh.
musical instrument?
So the story is long, and the time is not now, which I
should
should be
think not.
explaining it.
No, we have time. Tell story.
Yeah, you can hear.
Unfortunately,
you can hear
my
things crashing
fair-haired
above
friend-
You, like,
We will have plenty. That was not me.
We
that
give
was
Ghost
actually
time to
the
tucker itself
audio.
out.
Well, we
What
need
was
to
that?
figure out a way. Sorry.
I said we have time for story. We'll give Ghost time to tucker itself out.
so happy.
I'm not.
If we stay here and tell a story, it's going to take way too long, and I can tell that it's going to keep you far more interested in running away with us, so you can find out the story if I don't tell you. So let's
Would
head
you know
Outside,
that,
ourselves.
do you have somewhere to be?
Would you know
Yes,
that?
not in the direction of which a ghost can throw objects at me.
The door's closed.
Can I look around while they're arguing?
Easy solution.
What are you trying to look for here?
I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what the room is. I've looked around while they were up there. What did I see?
So right now, while you're looking around, this seems like what looks like probably was a storage area for various different casks, and it's clearly a cellar for storing ale and ale, wine. There's a whole bunch of broken barrels, and some of which definitely smell like they've spoiled or turned to vinegar at this point.
Huh.
Oh, it was just a blip.
Did
I thought we instantly lost 7 viewers when the automaton started playing.
Wow, that would be brutal.
I mean, to be fair,
I would
I wouldn't necessarily blame them.
I would feel bad.
did Thunder close the trapdoor?
I don't know. Did you close the trapdoor?
I don't think
If
anybody's
not, it's
closed the
still open,
trapdoor.
and there are bits of broken furniture coming in from time to time.
Ivar,
That's
close that.
probably closed. I said it was closed a minute ago.
Okay, okay.
So
Okay, I'm sorry.
in character, it's
I'm
probably
good.
closed.
I'm gonna
I
look
missed
for.
that probably during the
I'm gonna look for secret passages.
I said the door was closed when I was arguing with Andrew, so that probably means I closed it.
I'm gonna look for secret passages. I want to see if there is any air movement down here.
Last time we found secret passage in basements led
make an
to a
investigation
tentacle
check
face.
for me.
Yep, the tentacle. It did. Let's see. Investigation coming up.
Yep.
Right there.
Okay. You are very thorough. You seem to have a lot of time, and you're probably going to be down here for a while, considering you can still hear things crashing around upstairs. You check each wall very thoroughly, and when you finally reach the last wall, it's very clear that there is nothing here. No secret passages, no buttons, nothing out of the ordinary that you were not expecting.
Well, everybody, I don't think we're getting out of this any other way apart from that trapdoor up there. We need to get back up. Do you feel any? I'm gonna look at Torin. Do you feel any presence down here? And do you think the innkeeper's? Sorry, there's only one ghost up there. Do you think the innkeeper got buried or something down here?
The only presence I'm feeling is that you're feeling up all these walls. No, I'm not using a divine sense again. I only felt the one.
Okay. Yeah, we need to go back up.
Torin and Paradin. Paradin, you're doing this with advantage because it is related to undead. Go ahead and make an intelligence check for me.
What?
Oh jeez. Okay,
I'm very bad.
that's bad.
Just straight intelligence, or did you say advantage?
Yeah, straight intelligence.
My intelligence is poor.
Oh dear.
Torin isn't better. He didn't.
All right,
isn't better
never
than
mind. Never mind. I was seeing if your intuition kicked in, but apparently not.
No, really dumb. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go back up. Need to explore the rest of the house. I'm gonna push.
I reluctantly
might,
say okay.
I might need some healing before I go back upstairs.
Oh yeah, you probably do.
Yeah, let's commit to that actually.
Okay,
I'm gonna cast Silent Image out the door, and I'm gonna recreate the image of the elf shopkeeper.
Okay. It doesn't take long for a couple of chairs to fly not at, but nearby the image.
Nearby.
It doesn't seem like it's actively trying to harm it at this point.
Oh,
It's
so
just
she
trying,
gets
it seems
warning
to-
shots.
But
At
do you
this point, how long do you actually stand and watch it? Out of curiosity.
I mean, I have time.
Okay.
This thing can last 10 minutes.
Eventually, one does fly through the image.
Ah.
And then it stops. You're not entirely sure why, but it stops. And then more get thrown around it. Or around the place. Not like with any specific flurry, like it's not happening constantly, it's just like occasionally something will be thrown. and then something else will be thrown. It's just like stuff's being thrown around the room haphazardly, essentially.
We're gonna need hammers and nails to fix this problem.
I don't think they were friends.
We're not friends, that's for sure. So stairs out back. Maybe we can get up to the top level. Top levels. Maybe it's not. There's no ghosts up there.
All right, we'll scratch that. I'm putting on my mage armor then.
Okay.
Definitely been more than 8 hours since I cast it this morning. I don't like getting hit by things in ever, if I can avoid it. I think the only damage I've taken so far was from Paradin.
What did I do? Oh, the stair.
Beat
is-
my head against the
rock
wall.
or something.
Yeah, it's true. Mage armor.
So
is
who's
really
first?
fun. I can go first.
Not the Metal Man?
Metal man.
So do you go up?
I can go up. Yeah,
Okay. So you head up.
and I'm gonna take this turn over here.
Okay. You can definitely hear things being thrown around.
But it's safe
And
in
some
here.
do kind of, some are thrown in your vague direction.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see more writing in various different places, like closing time, last call, leave. getting bits and
that's
pieces.
pretty unambiguous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it safe?
GTFO.
Is it safe over here though?
How long do you wait there to see if it's safe?
I don't know because like I'm waiting for them all. Is this a window or is this a door?
That is a door.
Okay, so we can leave through here. And I'm gonna say, hey everybody, I found a way that's better than going through the main hall. We're not gonna get the chairs as much. Come here.
It doesn't take very long, by the way, Paradin. Once you say that,
Mhm.
you see a plate float and be thrown across the room. and
Okay,
smash on the
disregard
wall.
that. I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go outside.
So what are the rest of you doing? As Paradin just runs out the door.
Yeah.
And now you hear various pots and pans being thrown around and plates occasionally smashing.
We hear
As
him
the time
boast
ticks
that he's
by.
got a safe passage and then him just book it.
Yeah.
He is a terrible ghost hunter.
Hate ghosts.
Yeah, I suggest we regroup outside.
Okay.
I agree.
All right, let's go for it.
All right.
Alright.
So you head up. And everybody else is going to be blind. I'm assuming the rest of you guys are heading up as well, so I'll drag you up
Yep.
to make things easier so you can all see things. And are you guys heading straight out?
I
Yeah.
can always see things.
Yes.
Okay. So heading straight out. There are more pots and pans and things being thrown around. One of which does get thrown at who's the last person out. That would be Theory, because he's the last one to drag his token. So,
Oops.
I need you to make a strength check for me, Theory.
It's weird that it's a strength check though.
Yeah, I know. That's what the book says.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Saving throw or just a regular check?
It is going to be a regular check.
Better
Maybe
be,
he's
'cause
catching it.
I have proficiency with saving throw and I didn't roll.
Damn.
Nice.
Still got
Okay.
that plus
In this case, however, the poltergeist still wins. So
Holy
You
shit!
feel-
What?
it rolled a natural 20.
Oh my god.
What?
How heavy are you, out of curiosity?
I am 41 pounds.
Okay, so you feel a force pick you up and throw you out the door, and you tumble into Theory, or Torin rather, who luckily breaks your fall. You don't take any damage because he
Lucky you.
breaks your fall, but you are thrown across the room,
Wow.
over the the bar, and thrown out towards the door.
Yeah, I'd definitely say the man's a barkeep.
You have had this experience being thrown out the door.
Yeah, this is a very nostalgic feeling.
Are you okay?
I pat myself a little, turn around and see Thorn on the ground and offer him my hand. I'm all right. How about you, Thorn?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you. And I take his hand to stand up.
A dragonborn takes the hand of a halfling to stand up.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, you can still. I mean, you could still lift yourself up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
suppose.
that's still 4 feet. He's not currently.
That's it's
That's
fair.
very
So I saw.
Uh,
Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Paradin, you said it was a poltergeist. Any idea what to do with it?
I don't know. I've
Um,
never studied. Sorry, Effie.
Based on your check that you made earlier, you know that they can be destroyed, or sometimes, on rare occasions, they can be appeased.
Okay.
You're not sure if this one is going to be able to be appeased, or how difficult they are going to be to destroy them.
Mm-hmm.
But you know it is possible.
So I'm gonna say, I never studied anything related to undead. I know they can be destroyed. You can sometimes appease them, talk to them, maybe, but I don't know how. Maybe we can find a specialist or something. Yeah, I thought you would know. Do you know anybody in your temple or something?
It's possible, but generally undead aren't really matters of nature.
You mean one of these days we need to talk about your order, try to figure out what that is and all that. But that sounds fair. Any of you? I'm gonna look at Thunder, who's right next to me, and Ivor in theory. Do any of you have any idea who might be a priest? I suppose. I don't know.
No.
There's a giant church on the map.
Well, that's a start.
We should go to the giant church.
I'm not much one for the religion. No disrespect, just not a believer.
I'm gonna be impassive and not betray any of my thoughts regarding that.
What?
I need to point it out.
Theory,
because-
how can you not believe in the gods? They are clearly part of our society and watching over us.
Oh, certainly. I do not doubt that. What I doubt is which god.
Several.
That is an option.
There's no contesting. Bahamut was a real being. His ways are the path forward.
Oh, that's how
Thorin,
you pronounce it.
Thorin, the king is a real being. He still has no right to rule over anybody else. And just like the gods, they might exist very well, but who gives them the right to tell me what to do? Ain't that right, Theory?
If you say in theory, I swear to God.
He's gonna say it. No, he can't say it.
I
'cause
see
it's
where
not-
both of you are coming from, and I must say that I am fortunately quite neutral to the situation.
You'll never. No, go ahead.
I will never say neither of you are wrong, but I will certainly not agree with either of you either.
If you're a subject in somebody's kingdom, you can't be neutral to the king. You don't choose to be
You
the subject.
certainly can be neutral to a lot of things, people being one of them.
Certainly not the gods. They'll screw you over no matter how you feel about them. Isn't that right, Thorin? And I'm gonna look at Thorin.
This is willful ignorance. Willful ignorance.
Tell me there's no god that...
Of course, it is of course not a slight at you or your beliefs, which I will not say are wrong.
As you guys have been talking, by the way,
Is
I
Ghost
will
still
make
hanging
note.
out here?
yeah.
There is no longer any sounds of things being thrown around coming from inside. Since you guys have all left the building.
I'm gonna. I'm not gonna do anything actually. What I'm gonna do is go. I'm going to.
I will remind you that I said before there is an upper level. I have not showed you this upper level, but there it exists, and you can. I said before that. I don't know if you remember.
I'm going to do a ritual cast for Unseen Servant.
Okay. So an unseen
So-
servant. 10 minutes later.
10 minutes.
In that 10 minutes, I will go by myself up on these stairs. You can see them, Effie. I don't know if anybody follows me.
Oh, so you run in? and
Oh,
you're
that
trying
goes
to-
in again?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd have to go into.
No.
Actually, let me. It does
That's
not
outside.
say.
Yeah, that's outside.
Are there
Yeah,
side
I'll say
stairs?
for the
Side
purpose of
stairs?
this- Yeah, I'll say for the purpose of this, there are side stairs because it doesn't really say whether or not there is, but yeah, it does look like that. So
Yeah.
the door is boarded up.
Mm-hmm. Do I need to make a strength check to dismantle it?
Yes, you will need to do so.
Okay. With the crowbar.
Okay, takes you a couple minutes, and you can all hear the sound of wood boards being cracked off. But there is now a door. It seems to be in rough condition, but it seems usable.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where I am, by the way.
You
Oh,
are
I'm up there.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're up here now.
Yeah.
Because that is the second floor.
Yeah. So my intention, I don't know what they're doing down below. So if you want to cut to them,
Okay. What are you guys doing down there as 10 minutes goes by? Are you guys are any of you following, or cause you guys have a little bit of time before this finishes?
So is this just like a piece of patio right here in front of the bar, or what?
So this
Right
is
here.
a patio essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a
Okay.
little walkway area. And there are a couple of doors.
I'm just seated in contemplation.
Okay. Let's see. Theory, you have control of this. I'm going to give it an aura of 0 and give it a audacious, ridiculous-looking purple thing.
so neither
See
Ivar
it.
nor Thunder do anything.
See.
I'm not gonna follow
Okay.
you.
There,
I'm
you should now be able
officially
to see.
spooked from the house.
Oh.
So, Paradin, you doing anything whilst this whole thing goes on?
Paradin?
Are you
Me?
going inside? Yes, you. 'Cause nobody else seems
Yes,
to be doing
I
anything.
wanted to go inside, and I wanted to go and my idea was to go and check the windows on the other side and try to, spot everybody from above.
Okay. The door is not locked.
Mm-hmm.
Interestingly enough,
I'll check for traps.
it seems like either it's been picked open before or it was just never locked. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As far as you can tell, there are no traps.
I open it.
Okay. You now have access to what looks like a common room.
No window.
No
On the other side.
Well, there is one window
Yeah.
that you can see here, but there is no window on the other side. There is just a blank wall. It seems like this place has definitely been in disrepair. I really wish I had more to say, honestly. Unfortunately, it just does not have very many details. So there are just bits. There is a lot of dust in here.
Mm-hmm.
Covered up furniture with cloths and things. Although, even if you examine underneath them, it seems like they're in disrepair. This place is not exactly in the best of condition.
This is interesting. This is a 4-story building.
Correct.
Is there a door over here?
There is indeed a door there.
Can I check if it is open? Or rather, first
Okay.
check for traps.
All right. Checking for traps. It is
Yeah.
not trapped.
Okay, investigation nonetheless. And open the door.
Door is now open.
Oh, it keeps going.
So obviously you can see there is another door here.
Mhm.
And there is a staircase up. You can see in this hallway there are a couple of pictures. What looks like paintings. Some of various different landscapes. A couple of trees. One, you do see a half-elf standing next to a bar, holding what looks like a beer mug.
Okay, I'm gonna use my staff and make noise. I'm like gonna bump it on the floor, on the whatever the floor of this story is, and I'm gonna make noise.
Okay.
My intention is
You
to
wait for a moment.
Mhm.
Your intention is to, I assume, try and
Spook it.
spook whatever is in here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Nothing
You
happens.
wait for a moment. You're scratching, and you see a rat run out from one hole and into another.
Okay.
Aw.
Yeah, I'm gonna go downstairs now, and I'm gonna. In my mind, I want to tell everybody that we might be able to get clues up here. So we need to figure that out with the timing, because I want to go downstairs basically.
Okay. So is that 10 minutes?
So at this point,
Okay.
you definitely have your unseen servant.
Perfect.
And I arrive, I suppose. Can I say?
At around the same time, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So there's
go
things
ahead and-
upstairs, and the ghosts are not upstairs, as far as I can tell. And I think that's where the innkeeper lived. If we want to stay the night here, we probably should look into what is above. What say you?
Okay. Sounds
Let's
good.
explore. Let's explore up there.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm gonna lead the way because I know.
So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys this now. As you guys are exploring the upper floors, because there does not seem to be any traps or anything. There are the occasional bit of nice piece of furniture. Usually they're covered, but there's a lot of dust everywhere. I'm gonna go ahead and show this to you now, because at this point you do know that this is now effectively your new stronghold.
Oh.
This is the floor plan for the Troll Skull Manor and Tavern.
Huh.
Ooh,
Attic
So many
bedroom.
so many floors.
Yes, there are a lot of floors.
What do we find of the previous owner? Or specifically I figured everybody's gonna be looking for it, but I was
Okay.
looking.
It definitely seems like stuff has probably been looted from what you can tell. There seems to be less dust in some places where there were probably small knickknacks and things. There are still occasional paintings that you can see. One or two more of the half elf, which looks, as far as you can tell, he seems to be alone, despite there being a very large building.
Yeah.
It's hard to say whether or not he inherited this place or whether he bought this place himself. It's really not very clear. But from what you can tell in the paintings, like clearly they're backdrops of what this place used to look like. This place was fairly well kept. And the tavern especially looks lively in the picture.
It has indoor plumbing. I don't know this. I'm not accustomed to this sort of luxury.
You mean you're not privy to privies?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's two of them. This is a
Wow.
2-bathroom house. No, wait. There's a private bath. Holy crap, this thing is luxurious.
There's 2 private baths.
There's there's also a turret peak. That's amazing.
I mean,
Yes,
yeah.
there is.
There's
a one single
you can
spire,
use
yeah.
that as a restroom.
So,
Oh dear lord.
Just
Please
squat
don't.
off the side?
Oh boy.
probably wouldn't make it any worse than it is
Yes, by
already.
all means, shit on the top of your house, why don't you? Jesus Christ.
To assert dominance.
So we can't find any name. Oh, so we
you
have
guys,
a name already.
You,
Elif.
you guys did get a name.
Yeah, Elif. But
Yes.
no origin, no other clue.
Nothing else that stands out.
Okay.
You know that he owned the place previously before Volo bought it,
Mm-hmm.
and he clearly ran the tavern that is now in disrepair down below.
Do you guys think that Volo is still at the awning portal if we go there?
It's so far away.
Yeah, that might
it
be a
is-
little bit
at
of
this
an
point-
inconvenience for us.
It is at this point pretty dark. Like it is now late evening.
I didn't mean go there. I meant, yeah. I figured that maybe Volo would know something more about this Lif person, like who might have. I don't know. Why is there a poltergeist? Clearly, he didn't die good.
Volo said that it was haunted, and he wasn't very forthcoming with anything else.
Volo isn't
Yeah.
very forthcoming with anything.
I mean, we did just get a random haunted mansion as a reward, so yeah.
That we did.
Let's see. Well,
Really, half of our mission is figuring out what he didn't tell us.
the hard part here might be what would appease a spirit that owns a tavern. Do we need to get him some booze so he can serve it? Do we need to get him patrons so he can serve them? But do they need to be familiar faces?
Yeah, could be anything.
Theory. Make an intelligence check. Since you.
All
brought that
right.
up. Let's see if your intuition kicks in here.
Do we need to arrive at normal operating
Nope.
hours?
It could be, yeah.
I guess this is normal hours for
Yeah, that's true.
a bar.
It is evening, though. Like, it makes
I mean,
sense.
adult.
It makes sense that the games books would say that if it is in the evening, the ghost starts attacking. Like, I'm just metagaming here right now, but, like...
Oh, they're
I don't know.
typing.
They are.
Such mysterious secrets might
The
be
intelligence check. Effie writes, "Your character is not as intelligent as he thinks."
I'm not saying. I will say I'm not saying which of those things that you suggested is going to be a possibility that it could work.
Yeah, I figured as much. All right. Well, I feel like I'm on the right track here. One of those trains of thoughts would probably be somewhere on the nail.
I'm also going
on
to go ahead while I'm thinking about it. Turn on global illumination for you guys.
So it appears that we need to go get some booze.
Well, you know what? How many lists did I just list off? Let's see. Either need some patrons, need some booze, or that's it. So how
you
about?
also did say familiar faces as well.
Oh, and familiar faces. So let's do this. Does somebody want to run? I see. Actually, we don't know. We were there, but we didn't check. I was gonna say we could check if seeing anything in the wine cellar, since we were just down there in the
place was
basement.
very investigated.
It was
Yeah.
quite investigated.
Yeah,
All
but
the wine had turned bad.
Specifically for secret passages, though. Like, maybe there's something else. Although I doubt it.
Okay, so how about
if
this?
you search that thoroughly for secret passages, I think you're probably aware whether
So-
those
yeah.
alcohol.
Why don't we
or not.
just check?
Was there
and find-
wine down there?
No, I don't
Any
think so.
chance?
Everything is vinegar now. I don't think we're gonna
All
find
right.
any wine in here.
Well, let's do this. We can go out and we can try to find a familiar face, some alcohol, and
I
see
could
what
be
happens.
familiar face.
I mean, we could try as being seated at the bar and see if the poltergeist wants to serve us.
well,
Okay,
didn't
you're
he just
first
start
on
throwing
that.
chairs the moment we walked in?
I'm not going in there again. Not until
Didn't
I
it
have
happen
like
Didn't it happen when Paradin went after, like, behind the bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we weren't.
Well,
sat
okay.
down.
Then let's go ahead and give that a spin. I mean, worst case, we dive out.
I thought you
I'm
were
gonna
supposed to
have.
die.
No, I said dive. I'm gonna go ahead and have unseen servant hold the door open
Okay.
as we go in, calmly with.
Me.
Um,
I don't go in.
no,
I
me
follow
and
theory.
yeah. I was
I'm
say,
just gonna
think-
watch.
So me and Torrin go in. I'm gonna go ahead and roll a performance to pretend as if I'm a patron.
Okay.
That is a +8 on performance. My God, what? How are your buffs?
Yep, that's a lot.
I'm a bard of many talents,
I
and
think
yet
he might have expertise,
Okay.
even though he didn't know what
Let's
it was.
see
It's a proficiency
if
bonus and then some other stuff for sure.
I mean I am wearing a pimp outfit, so
you are indeed wearing a pimp outfit. A very awesome.
if
Which
that
gives
that
you a
doesn't give you
performance
max
bonus.
performance checks, I don't know what does.
Okay.
Because that's the bonus I have on my skill check.
All
that
right.
has-
All right.
that has
So how
expertise.
exactly do you act like a patron? What do you do?
You could just not act like a patron. You just actually patron the bar.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the
Unironically.
idea is basically I go through the motions of being a patron,
Yeah.
like talking with my companion, walking up to the bar, greeting the barkeep, asking for a specific, like asking for two of his finest,
Okay.
and
So-
I let
And
him
ju-
do all the work.
Okay.
yeah, and I would assume
Haha, nice to see
Thorn
you
is just
again,
going with the
Leaf.
flow.
Give me another of the usual on my
All right,
tab.
so do you sit at the bar essentially?
Yes, we sit
with-
at the bar stools. So
Okay.
whichever we try to
Um,
find two bar stools that are next to each other and have not been tossed.
Okay. So, interestingly enough, nothing's thrown at you yet, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
And you do hear rustling sounds coming from off to your right.
Okay.
Can I hear these rustling sounds to be on lookout if they're animals?
Yes, you can certainly make a perception check for me.
Mm-hmm. And here we go.
So,
We're supposed to be in at the bar at this point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. we
I
need
know
to put
I'm not
ourselves at
there,
the
but
bar.
like I don't know if I would
Torin,
be
if you're
outside.
going in as well, I need you to make a performance check as well. However,
Okay.
based on the fact that you're basically being able to see theory, I will say he will, with his assistance, you can have advantage on the roll, since you are effectively copying what he's doing or
I
trying
will
to.
enter with solidarity.
You do a better job than he does.
He improves it.
All
with
right.
a
I mean-
flare.
He's
And
not
you-
being disingenuous. He is really going in here for
Are you doing-
uh,
Sorry. Are
Sorry.
you doing the same thing, Thunder?
I would like to get shit-faced, yes.
All right. Well, okay.
this goddamn cat.
All right. So it takes a little while, but interestingly enough, you eventually see 3 cups float out and land in front of you.
And then there's just like a mug floating in the air with like a fucking towel wiping the inside, like a stereotypical bar.
I love it.
Unfortunately,
it.
unfortunately for the 3 of you, that's not ale, or that doesn't smell like ale anymore. It might have been ale at one point, or wine, or whatever it is. It's definitely vinegar.
Okay.
Or it has gone sour. Absolutely gone sour.
And yeah.
Okay.
Ah, yes, very, yum, very good.
This would be a deception check, not a not a
Oh.
performance check.
Oh,
If
even
you're
better.
actually drinking it, then it is a deception check. Okay.
Oh, I'm not drinking it. I'm pretending to drink it and like it.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely.
So both? I don't know.
So still a deception, probably.
That
You're
would-
still
of
trying to
deception.
deceive him.
Yeah, that would be deception and sleight of
It's
hand.
it's a sleight of decept performance.
Sleight of deception. Okay. And I'll average those 2 rolls together. Let's see if I'll give him 2 attempts for insight here. Insight perception.
Oh God. Let's
If
hope
only
this
one of us
ghost
was like
can't.
a druid or something
Okay.
that could purify drinks.
Okay.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah, if we could actually make them good drinks with magic.
I might be able to do something like that. No, I can't.
So-
it's not with magic.
There's a moment where Thunder,
Yes.
you are drinking, and suddenly the mug is picked up, and you take 1 point of damage as the mug is thrown in your face.
I don't even get an AC check.
Nope.
Wow.
It's not a
First
combat.
off, you weren't expecting it. Second off, it is not against AC. It is against an opposing roll, which technically I would have given you. However, you were effectively trying to play this off, and you weren't really expecting it to be thrown at you.
Yeah, but I have magic armor.
I have
I
magic
understand that.
armor. Is that glass made of magic?
You know what? Actually, let me check something here. real
but
quick.
armor
This
is for armor
isn't a force
class,
effect.
which isn't damage resistance.
No, it's not a force effect. Okay.
Damage resistance.
If it was
is
a
very...
force effect, I would consider it, but it is bludgeoning damage. So
Nah.
I look at the vinegar beverage. Barkeep, not to be rude, but do you have anything a little bit more fresh?
Mug
Oh, no.
to the face. Mug to the
Um,
face.
there is a moment on the table in front of you in the dust, you see writing. No.
Do you need help sourcing some?
There is a response. Yes.
Wait a minute. Are we gonna get a ghost bartender to serve beer and ale underneath our base?
This sounds like a good
We need to
idea
go
to
get
me.
booze, and they did what they did. Would listen, okay.
This is a great idea. You don't have to pay him.
Well,
Yeah. I mean, you guys. I think
it's
you guys
perfect
have
security.
figured this out. Yeah?
Perfect security.
You know,
I mean, it's flawless. Who's gonna come in and like rob our place? A priest? No.
Very-
So we're set.
Fieri, do you have any contacts, or did you get any information from Jimmy that we might be able to stock this place up?
You know, now let's just say that out loud. That sounds like a damn good idea. How about we do that? How about we go and talk to our friend, I gesture towards the barkeep, and see if about getting this place stocked full of wine.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Gesture?
Gesture.
Gesture.
No, gesture is what clowns are.
I'm half tempted to have something fall on you right now for that one. It's like,
Well, I didn't say gesture out loud to the barkeep. Like,
Wait till we get to a temple and Andrew tries to start reading the ruins on the wall.
y'all need
I can.
y'all need geezers.
You laugh at me? I have comprehend languages, fool. I can do that.
No, it's the fact that you call them ruins instead of
Huh? What's-
runes.
Yeah, the runes.
Yep, there it is.
yep, there it is.
I can't tell the
There
difference.
it is.
Yeah, like rune stones.
Ruin
Oh,
stones.
there's a-
Ruins.
He keeps saying ruin stones. It's ruin.
There's a hint of it.
R-U-N-E.
What?
Yeah, it's
That's
barely.
what I'm saying. I'm saying runes.
You're saying ruin.
He'll never be cured.
No,
It's
I'm
too
not.
late.
That's ruin.
Yeah, he's saying
It's
rude.
too late.
It sounded like
It's
you were
never-
saying
it's-
ruin.
it's-
Oh, whatever.
Saying
Never
runes.
We
Yeah.
That's what
can't
they
be
are.
cured, it's
What
too
the
late.
fuck?
His neural
What's going
pathways
on?
with speech already developed like 10 years ago. It's concrete. It's over.
What
It's
are
over.
you
He'll,
saying?
he'll-
They're
he'll
different
never,
things.
he'll never be able to
Listen-
hear what he's doing wrong. It's gone forever.
I can barely tell the difference, to be honest. But yeah.
I think
His
that's-
linguistics have already matured and solidified. We're stuck with them.
Yeah, like Knacklier.
What exactly is your plan?
Knacklier.
Uh, Well, how late is it right now?
It's late evening. You guys are starting to get tired.
I asked the barkeep if he has any accommodations available that we could take care of this in the morning.
Yes, I would prefer that as well.
There is a moment, and there is no response.
Hmm.
Well, I'm gonna
Maybe,
shout. From
maybe this isn't. This might not be an inn.
I'm gonna shout from the outside. See you tomorrow, Mr. Ghost. You bastard. And I'm gonna go back upstairs.
Oh.
He doesn't hear the you bastard.
You don't
What?
Sure about that one?
I don't want
Wait
to.
a
don't
second.
know
He's a
that.
ghost. It's not like he's hard of hearing. He just.
That's a good point,
no.
actually.
Make a strength check for me.
Me? I'm outside. I was outside.
what?
Nope, you said you were leaving. You were leaving.
No, I was
From
I
this
was
place.
shouting from the outside of the window.
Yeah, make a strength check.
Oh God.
Okay. There,
That's not great.
Why do you say
there's a
mean
chair
things to
flung
people?
through the open door towards you. and
Okay.
you take
God.
3 points of bludgeoning damage from it.
I'm gonna go sleep.
You're,
for the
you're
night.
pissing off an angry ghost. Like, what do you think is gonna happen?
I must stay true to my character. I can't not insult.
Like,
what?
this thing can clearly understand you.
I can't
feel
not
like-
insult an undead creature. That's like antithetical to my being.
I mean, technically, it's just a ghost. It's not
It's
like a
awful.
zombie.
It's terrible. The worst thing. I hate it.
How? What?
We
How
saw
is
like
the
a-
worst thing?
We actually saw an actual monster earlier
we,
today.
yeah, we literally saw an unspeakable beast, and you think a ghost is a problem?
Andrew.
That was today.
Yes, Andrew. There's nothing worse than undead. And
I
Andrew.
think there
sorry.
is. I think the
Theory.
thing with the tentacles for a face probably bad.
That thing at least is is a work of nature. Undead are
Are
not.
you sure about that?
Isn't
Actually,
the
sure it's a
ghost a
work
work
of
of nature? Isn't it just wind?
It's
What makes
undead.
it, what makes it more naturey than ghosts?
It's
Also,
anti-life.
humans are nature, and rotting is nature. So technically, they're the
No,
purest form of nature.
not
They
how
are
it-
dead, rotting nature.
That's not how it works with the magic. It's not. You know that, right? It's like if you cast heal wounds
With
or
their
whatever-
magic undead?
No, like in the setting, like undead are anti-nature, right?
What does that even mean?
Like, let's see.
Wouldn't that just be an affinity of magic type?
I don't think so. I might be wrong on that. But basically, my character hates undead, and it's tied to his beliefs about.
That's unfortunate.
yeah. That's tied to his beliefs about how nature is like the foundation of our place in the world, basically. But this is out of character.
Okay.
I'm talking out of character.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'll take your word for it.
But
There we go.
like,
I
if you wanted
assumed
to
you
have
were
that
next.
conversation, we can have that conversation. But like, this is out of character.
So then he went upstairs. So we have no accommodations here. Is that what we're taking?
At least not
Um,
that he's told us.
There is nothing stopping you guys from sleeping in the rooms upstairs. It's just going to be dusty and probably nasty in there.
And there's friends going around.
I asked the barkeep if he has a broom we can borrow.
There is no response.
Gonna have to clean the house. in
I
the
put a
middle of the night.
silver coin on the counter.
There is still no response.
No, I gesture at my drink.
See? Rooms.
The drink is lifted, brought out, or brought away, and there's one brought to replace it.
Okay.
Oh no.
It seems like this guy, he was clearly very devoted to this place. Even in death, he seems to be very willing to serve the patrons here.
Excellent. But he doesn't want to take my money.
Oh, the silver is gone.
Oh, okay, perfect.
It was brought along with the drink. It's gone.
Okay, perfect.
Alrighty then. Interesting. This
I'm-
is a
In the meantime,
yeah. This is
I'm gonna take
sorry.
I'm gonna take accommodations in the master bedroom, Effie. And I'm gonna put the my sleeping bag on top of the bed, if I can do that, and sleep there.
Yeah, easy enough.
Okay.
How many spiders crawl in his mouth?
All of them.
I am I am going.
We need to roll for that.
I need all the spiders next to me. I must have.
I mean, he's got all his rats that are gonna protect him, right?
You take 1d8 spiders.
Oh god.
Part of me, while I pull up the spider sheet and just see that it does 1 point of damage plus like poison
Not
damage.
damage. They're friends. They don't attack you.
Extra protein.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It's a dice where every side is bad. Spider dice.
Yeah, no. Spiders actually are pretty nasty creatures.
They're
in
not.
D&D.
In D&D. Oh, absolutely.
Well, that's
I-
like spider. That's like spider monsters.
Let's see here. Spider bite. Melee weapon attack plus 4 to hit. Reach 5. One creature. 1d1 piercing damage plus 1d4 poison damage. Must succeed on a DC 9 con save throw or take poison damage.
Yep.
Or take the poison damage. Yeah.
And they can
So-
be tiny as well.
It seems unnecessary.
Yeah, but that's
A
probably
tiny-
spider. That's probably like
a
a spider
tiny-
monster, not like random house
Oh, yeah,
spiders.
yeah.
No, that's a tiny house spider.
Is it?
That's a CR0
That's the-
creature. That's a tiny
That
spider.
seems
Yeah,
unlikely.
that's a regular spider.
Holy crap.
That could have
It can
one
do
shot some of
5
us when
points.
we made
It
our
can do
character.
5 points of damage. Yeah,
Please nerf.
that is a regular spider.
Died of a
Oh, I mean,
spider
we
bite.
could also just have better starting stats.
How did we not die from like stubbing our toes when we made our characters?
You know, I don't know.
None of us stubbed our toes.
You
I'm
could.
surprised it was even necessary to stab Badbeard in the neck.
Can you
Well, it was
imagine
because
if
it got a natural 20.
A particularly strong insult probably could have done him in.
Can you imagine if Effie was like I don't know. We say we go downstairs to have some breakfast, and he says, "Roll dexterity. You stub your toe, you die."
I mean, to be fair, he did.
That is what Disco Elysium
That is,
Yeah.
that is literally what happened a couple of episodes ago, if you recall. When you brought him up the stairs and he
Yeah.
smacked his head against the wall.
But I was performing.
I
right?
managed to die in the first 5 minutes of Disco Elysium, where you wake up in a bedroom
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You tried to reach for your cravat and you die.
if you're sufficiently fragile.
Yeah, I did that too.
Regardless, going back to this because we got sidetracked real quick.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What are the rest of you three doing?
I feel like we should try to go upstairs. Clearly, Paradin has just booked it off to somewhere.
I fled because of that.
Because he's afraid of ghosts.
Yeah.
He hates ghosts.
I ain't
Okay,
scared of no ghost.
No, he's very
I'm
afraid
gonna-
of that ghost.
I'm gonna try to see where he went. I thank the barkeep and head for the door.
I follow.
Okay.
You're never gonna find me.
Goodbye, funny man.
Nothing is thrown at you as you leave.
Ah,
You don't
now
take
where the heck
me.
did Paradin go?
You're never gonna find me.
You do recall hearing boards breaking on the northern side of the house.
Outside the house, I just start shaking the glass off.
What?
What?
Get hit in the face by a glass.
It was a wooden It's a wooden mug.
Oh.
I called it a glass colloquially because that's
Oh.
kind of what it is.
Well,
It's a wooden mug.
we're gonna assume the glasses are made of glass.
Wait, where'd Ivar go?
Like in a bar.
Okay.
I'm-
I
I'm
mean,
upstairs.
Okay, I gestured to Thunder and Theory. There's a
Gestured.
staircase on the north side.
I am now.
Gesture.
Gesture. I am now sleeping.
So there is.
I'm inside my
Boop, boop,
roll
boop,
out
boop, 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 boop.
sleeping bag.
And I'm
Insert
sideways.
Mario go down pipe sound.
There. Yep. Alright, as you head upstairs.
Oh, it's on the
there
same
you go.
map over here.
Oh yeah, it's all in the same map.
Yeah, it's all on the same map. It's just I'm literally dragging you guys around because
It's a complicated house.
it is. It is a very complicated house. You guys should have the floor plan in front of you.
Heck yeah.
If we didn't
That's
lose
pretty
it.
much literally how it looks on my end too. So that should give you an idea.
I was admiring the 3D printed model that someone came up with.
Oh, for this place?
Yeah, you can remove the floors and they're all playable.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
People
Wow,
are
that's like-
dedicated.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
3D printing is so nice. for
yeah.
this.
A lot of places do stuff like that, and they're fantastic for sure.
Does the den seem safe enough?
Yeah. Couple of rats squeaking by, but other than that, a lot of dusty furniture covered in sheets.
Um,
Some in
were
disrepair,
can I go
some-
upstairs?
Yes, you can.
Are those damaged boards or the boards that were used to board up the door still laying around on the staircase?
Yes.
I'm
They
gonna-
are not damaged, but they definitely have been torn from the wall.
I'm gonna collect them up and take them into the den and take a look
Okay.
at this hurt chimney and see if it looks all clogged up or not.
Okay.
You're gonna light a fire?
It does not look like it is clogged.
All right. Yeah, why not?
Why? Yeah, why not? There's no
Yeah.
rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's probably gonna get cold, so.
Yep. So I try to use my tinder box and that leftover wood and see if I can get a fire going in the den.
Okay. It takes you a little while, but you do eventually get a nice cozy fire going.
Excellent.
Of note, I do believe those two rooms do share a fireplace.
Even better. And then I'll set up my bedroll over here.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah. I know. I see where you are. I think
So-
I just saw Theory going down
It
going
almost
around
looks like we
downstairs.
might be able to look right up into the turret from the central room or something. I mean, not central room, the den. There's like a continuity of like the circular room shapes from floor to floor.
Yeah, you probably can get in
It's
through the second floor or third floor.
I want
It
to
is
check out
absolutely
the
very-
bathroom.
okay. It smells like somebody died in here, or rather, it smells awful
Hmm.
in the bathroom.
Dang.
Somebody has not cleaned this place out. There's a lot of rat droppings, and there's just it's disgusting.
Great.
Wait, did you say the bedroom or the bathroom?
Bathroom.
Okay, so
This is a spare bedroom, but
yeah, the privy's on the third floor.
yeah. Sorry, bring me to the third floor so I can go check out the bathroom.
Boop.
Perfect.
These previes wouldn't work.
Of which I will go ahead and open up all the doors for you guys as well here, make things easier.
I think everything is open already. I could
Yeah, I think
travel
everything's
around.
open.
Well, light doesn't pass through these barriers, so
Oh, I see. What
Ah,
Oh, wait, close the door to my bedroom. What's this?
Quite a property you found yourself with, Torin. Something to be truly jealous of.
I mean the door
Could be
is technically
closed.
closed. I'm just moving it so the light passes through
I know, I'm kidding.
for you guys to make things easier.
We could do a lot of good with a place like this.
Like force
Could
your
do a
cause
lot-
on other people out of character.
Catch lung disease.
hmm.
There's a DM out there opening doors.
Also preparing the next encounter because I'm thinking we're not gonna sleep through the night easily.
That's hard to say.
It's easy to say that we're not gonna do that. You're preparing things.
No,
He says, preparing things.
I do say.
I'm going
Constantly
to
preparing things, yes.
take out my bedroll
Okay.
and just throw it down in these two squares right here. Well, I guess one square because I'm only 4 feet.
Yeah, you do
Oh.
take up very little space.
Kids going around the house. Pick.
So, do you guys all bunk down for the night?
Mm-hmm.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
Thunder, did you wanna keep an eye out for part of the night? Wake me up in a bit.
Stand guard on balcony.
Keep in mind, for a long rest, you guys do need 6 hours of sleep minimum, and 2 hours of your light. 2 hours after that can be spent during light activity, so 8 hours total.
Well, there's
keep
only
watch
3
for
of
2
us in
hours.
here. I don't know where the other 2 went, so I guess we'll have 3 of 4 watches covered.
Well, Ivar's in the common room,
Oh, okay.
so it would be easy enough to go wake him up and
Sounds good.
keep watch.
Yeah.
I breathe deeply on the balcony, freed of the horrible inside air.
Jeez.
Yeah, it does not smell great inside. It's musty and it smells like rat droppings, but yeah. So you
It'll be
guys all
fine.
bunk down for the night. So
Yep.
who's taking first watch then?
Sounds like thunder.
Yeah, Keith.
Right. Thunder, go ahead and roll a check for me here. Also, I just realized, you cast a first level spell, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you want to regain your ability and roll a wild magic check? I forgot to ask you.
Not
Better.
particularly.
Okay, figured I'd ask.
We're about to
Right.
sleep.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
And the sun explodes.
As you take first watch.
We're all going to die down here.
Okay. You're very distracted by the sounds of rats squeaking, and it's really hard to get any further or anything further from that. Here's the occasional person that walks by down on the street below you, but nothing else catches your interest. As you come to the end of your watch and wake up.
Me.
Okay. So at this point, Torin, go ahead and make a perception check for your watch.
Perception.
Okay. You're listening intently. You see some rats scurry by. You hear the occasional thump from the boards creaking. The wind. The occasional horse coming by. Nothing of interest as your 2 hours comes to an end.
Excellent.
And you wake up.
Wake up theory.
All right. I'm awake.
All right. Theory. Make your roll, if you will.
Perception. There you go. Boop, boop. Oh, no.
Okay. Pretty much more of the same. Occasional wooden creak coming from the house. A rat scurrying by. People walking outside. Nothing eventful.
Cool. I guess I will go wake up Batbeards or Ivan. Ivar. Sorry. It doesn't show your name at the bottom. You and Marty still just say your usernames.
What's this? Oh, it's my watch.
Yeah, if you don't mind, just taking mine a watch. I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Okay. I guess I'll come into this room with you.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a perception check. Okay. There is a moment where you are startled by a rat. As it kind of crawls up next to you. But other than that, nothing really seems to happen. So you guys all come to consciousness. I think we should probably end it here because poor Colonel RPG is currently it's what time is it over there, Colonel RPG? It's like 6 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, it's almost 6.
Nearly?
I will say
God.
that at this time, as I woke up, I came over here, and I arrived at where you all sleeping in the same room, and I'm gonna say, oh, so this is where you all slept, And I'm gonna.
We had a fire. It was quite cozy.
I noticed. Good on you. And I'm gonna go out.
Okay. So
And he was never seen again.